Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Makeup and Mistakes. Just a quick recap for anybody who is new here. This series is basically just about falling in love with makeup again, trying new makeup looks, and also making mistakes along the way. But mistakes are okay because we're just here to have fun and get creative with makeup. This is episode 4 of this series, so if you haven't seen the other videos, I would definitely go check them out. They're all on a playlist just in case you want to watch all of them. They have definitely been some fun makeups and I loved how most of them turned out. The cake one is probably my least favorite right now, but that's okay. Anyways, in today's video, we're going to be doing a Y2K inspired makeup look. I'm leaning more towards the trashy Y2K makeup, where it's like that black smoky eye with a bunch of chunky glitter, like silver glitter, really silver highlight in the brow bone, things like that. So we're not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna get right into this video and hopefully this turns out good. We're just gonna clip the hair out of the way first, of course. And as you probably can tell, I have a fake tan going on. My hand, well, this hand specifically is not cute. She's a little rough, but we're just gonna ignore her. But since I have a tan, I feel like it would work really nice with this Y2K trashy makeup, because I feel like based off the pictures that I've seen, a lot of the makeup looks are nice and tan, bronzy. I know everybody was saying the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse, I think, was the foundation everybody was using. So I have a couple products here that we're going to be using. I think this Natasha Denona palette is probably going to be the one that we mainly use today. This has a lot of my mirror is so dirty, but this has a lot of those like dark shades, but a lot of these silver chunky glitter shades are probably what I'm going to use for the inner corner of the eye. And then I also love this shade right here. I think that one would be perfect for like a brow highlight, even this one down here. I also do have the Glam Light Halloween palette, just because this black shade right here is pretty dark. And I saw this shade is Slay All Day. It has a little bit of red tones in it, so I'm not 100% sure if I'll be using that one. And then lastly, people are probably gonna hate me for this one, but I had this palette sitting in my drawer and you can't tell me that those colors aren't like almost perfect for the Y2K trashy makeup that I just showed you. So I fear this one and the Natasha Denona palette might be the main palettes that we'll be using today. I don't know what lip we're going to be going for. I don't know if I want to do like the concealer lips with a dark lip liner or if I want to do like a bubblegum pink. We'll see what the vibe is at the end when we're done with the eyes and the foundation, of course, and we'll see what we think we're going to do there. But for now, I think that is the main products that we'll be using and we'll go from there. One thing I noticed about a lot of these Y2K makeup looks is that the eyebrows are super thin. They're nice thin and sharp brows, and I don't have those. They're definitely, I think, on the thinner side, but they're not super thin like a lot of the makeup looks that I've seen. I'm debating on gun trimming them thinner, but I also have seen people take and be able to like pinch them and make them thinner. I'm slightly, maybe fully committed to getting that nice thin brow. So we're gonna give her a little trim. Take a little bit of Vaseline over the top just to make it a little bit easier for my blade to slide through. Sure, honey, iced tea. This is probably not doing anything. This is probably just cleaning my eyebrows up really clean. Okay, I'm gonna keep it thin like that for now, and then we'll switch over to maybe some tweezers, but I'm scared. Now it's about getting it even. Sorry guys, I'm so quiet right now, but I'm so focused because I don't want to fuck up my eyebrows. I definitely know I have like a few like lighter hairs in the front here, but we're gonna grab tweezers. I think this brow is like really good. This one is playing games over here. So the goal of a Y2K eyebrow is a very arched, thin brow, and that's what I want to achieve, but I also kind of want to keep my regular brows. I'm trying to define my arch a little bit more. Okay, I think this is thin enough for me. I think we're gonna keep it like this. I think they look nice and defined, but they're pretty arched as well. I could have covered my eyebrows with glue and then foundation and then drawn them on thinner, but frankly, I don't want to cover my eyebrows today. I've done that like the last 2 makeup looks, and also I'm really excited for today's video because we haven't done like a regular like eyeshadow look. I'm excited to finally do something with eyeshadow, and it's still inspired by like a certain makeup look, but I can finally just do regular eyeshadow. Last thing we're gonna do just to really define the brows is trim up the brow hairs. Alright, now for the makeup aspect, what we're going to do first is fill in our eyebrows. I'm just going to use the same thing I always do, which is the Benefit Brow Pencil. What I'm going to do with the Benefit Eyebrow Pencil is just fill in the tail ends. A lot of the eyebrows didn't look like they were super defined in a lot of the pictures that I found. They looked more so like the natural brow, just waxed really thin and really sharply. So I don't want to accentuate the eyebrows too much. Now we're going to clean up the brows. I'm going to use a little bit of the House Labs concealer, and this one's in the shade Light Neutral. I'm just putting it on the back of my hand because I want to mix it with the LA Girl Pro Conceal White Concealer. I want the brow bone to kind of be really defined with that, not really defined, but really highlighted with the white shade already, or the really light highlight underneath the eye. Then I'm just going to use the rest of that mixture to prep my eye for the eyeshadow. Probably could have gone thinner with the eyebrows, but I felt comfortable stopping there. I could go thinner if I wanted to, but I don't want to mess them up. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is my second time doing this. I completely messed up what I was trying to do, so I took it off and we're starting again. But we're basically just doing what we did before and carving the brows out again with the same concealer and the white concealer from LA Girl. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is work my way down. We'll get into the black later, but I wanna do a really bright brow bone, and so for that, I'm actually gonna be using this shade Death Blow from the Jeffree Star palette, and I'm gonna put that as the my brow highlight. And I'm gonna bring that all the way into the inner corner, like the inner part of my brow. I am starting to bring down the white a little bit further down. So I'm gonna first go in with this shade right here, which is Flurry from the Natasha Denona palette. Just because I feel like that's a good transition to go from white to the like a deeper gray. Then I'm gonna go into the shade Snart, which is right here, and we're gonna bring that into more of the crease area. I'm also keeping this pretty rounded. I'm not making it like super sharp or winging it out. The first time around I did it, I started flaring it out and making it very wing-like, and a lot of the makeup looks are not like that. I really like this a lot better than the first time I was doing this. Now I'm going back in with the Jeffree Star palette, and I'm just gonna use this really dark black that's right here. I do like that black color because it's so pigmented. And we're just gonna pack that all over the lid. I'm just taking a blending brush and I'm blending this out. I should probably grab a bigger one. Just gonna go back in with a little bit of the shade Snert from the Natasha Denona palette, and I'm gonna blend right between the white and the black, just to again create like a nice gradient. And again, we're keeping it really round and not like sharp or anything like that. I'm gonna grab a flat brush and I'm gonna pick up some more black and really deepen the black eyeshadow, just because every time we blend out, it definitely loses some of its color. And I want this to be pretty dark. What I'm learning also is that I think the messier it looks, the better it looks. A lot of these times whenever the makeup is done, it's like not perfect. It's just thrown on there, thrown together, and that's what kind of makes it look better, I feel. I'm gonna grab more of the white that we used first and start packing it back in on the brow bone there. And then I'm also gonna take, I do want to have some sort of like shimmer glitter type thing in there. So I'm gonna take the same brush that I just used to pack on some of the white here. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of these, of this shade right here. I really don't know how to pronounce that, but I know the top one is Stellar. And this one, I would want to say Nieve. I'm just gonna mix those two colors together, and I'm gonna add that sparkle on top. And I'm gonna bring that down into the gray a little bit as well. Then with a smaller flat brush, I'm gonna use this silver glitter shade right here, and I'm gonna pack a little bit of that on top of the black over here, just because I want a little bit of that glitter on the inner corner of the black. I feel like that would look nice. Like that. We've got a little bit of the glitter going on, but it still looks nice and smoky, which was what I was lacking before. It wasn't looking very smoky. It was just looking like a black glittery I can't talk today. It was just looking like a black glittery mess, and I didn't like that you couldn't see the smokiness, but this looks a lot better in my opinion. I'm thinking also I might add a little bit of this shade right here, which is Angel of Death. For some extra glitter. Now later I am gonna smoke out like my bottom, what is this called? My bottom lash line. My under eye. I'm gonna first do our base first, but what I can do is add the black liner in the waterline. And I'm gonna also do my tight line. Before we go in with foundation, we're just gonna wipe away any of the excess glitter or black eyeshadow. I know I'm rubbing my face really roughly, but I do not want to have to do my concealer twice. I am gonna throw on a little bit of primer. I'm just gonna be using the Milk Hydro Grip. Okay, now the darkest foundation that I had that's like orangey and would be a little bit more of my tan shade is gonna be the It Cosmetics CC Cream. I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't used this in a very long time. This is like the only one that I could find that would have some sort of tan to it, but I know I'm also just gonna bronze like crazy. And I think this does oxidize a little bit, so. I forgot this foundation also has like a lemony scent to it. I'm not gonna put too much underneath my eyes because I want to make sure it doesn't look too cakey. Clean up my eyebrows. I'm gonna take a little bit of the foundation with a concealer brush. I have a couple things to bronze. I have my Clinique Chubby Stick, which the reason I grabbed this is because I really like the color. And then I also have an It Cosmetics concealer. I had gotten this as part of my makeup kit. But I haven't done makeup in so long and I don't want the makeup to go to waste, so I'm just gonna use it as a bronzer, or use it as a bronzer here and there. And then I also have the Golden Tan Cream Bronzer from Anastasia. I love all three, but I think, you know what, we'll just go with the flow. We'll see what the bronzer looks like when we start bronzing it up. I'm gonna go in with the concealer first. I'm gonna bronze the forehead. I'm gonna bronze underneath my lip as well because I want a fuller bottom lip. And then we're just gonna take a little bit over here as well to blend in with the neck. My brain is definitely malfunctioning today, guys, because I'm sitting here like, where's all my brushes? They're literally like right behind all my other brushes, and I was freaking out. I'm like, I need to wash brushes, da da da, and they're all there. For now, bronzer is gonna stay. We're gonna go in with concealer. I'm gonna use the House Labs concealer in light neutral. I did see a little bit of a brighter under eye on a lot of the makeup looks, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm definitely a sucker for a brighter under eye, so I'm totally cool with keeping it bright underneath here. I'm gonna use a brush to blend out. And we can always add more if need be. I don't really care too much about directly underneath the eye either, because we're gonna be adding black eyeshadow underneath there anyways. I'm having so much fun with this makeup look. I think it was scaring me in the beginning because I did that thing again, which if you guys watched the last video, I think I mentioned it. I sometimes start going down rabbit holes of these makeup looks and I start seeing a bunch of people doing it and I feel like I can't achieve these makeup looks because I get scared or I think about it too much and I'm like, ah, I can't do that, or, you know, that seems too hard, or how the hell am I supposed to do that? And it ends up being so easy if I just go with the flow. So I need to start doing that a lot more. Now, I don't think blush was like a really popular thing from what I'm seeing, but then I do see pictures where there's like a nice baby pink blush. So we're gonna add a little bit of blush. The blush that we're gonna use is the Patrick Ta She's Giving blush. And it seems like the blush is really focused on the apples of the cheek, so that's where we're gonna keep the blush. I'm also using a smaller fluffy brush. I don't wanna use anything too big because I wanna keep everything focused in the area. You know what? Hold on. Before we do that, I wanna set the under eyes really quick. For my under eyes recently, I've been switching between the Laura Mercier and the Hourglass, but today I'm gonna be using the Laura Mercier one. And like always, I dip my sponge in, I pat excess off on the back of my hand, and then I use the rest of it to set underneath the eye. Now we can go in with the Patrick Ta blush. Very lightly, guys. I think that's good. Usually I drag my blush up all the way up here, but I'm not gonna do that today because doesn't matter what I like. It's how this makeup look is supposed to be. To bronze the face a little bit more, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop bronzer in Silver Strand Beach. And we're basically just gonna set where we bronze with the IT Cosmetics concealer before. Now we're gonna get to working on the under eye part. I'm just gonna take the black that we took on our eyelid, which is from the Jeffree Star palette, and we're gonna take a flat brush and we're gonna just do the under eye area. And we're basically just gonna smoke it out. And I also made sure to tap off the excess so that I wouldn't get any fallout onto my concealer area. That definitely added. Guys, come on. You can't tell me that doesn't look freaking like bomb. I'm just going back in with a little bit of the black liner to make sure that this waterline is super deep black and that there's no gaps of my skin showing between. This would also be a good time to touch up your tight line if you haven't. I know lashes wasn't a big thing for Y2K makeup, but I think I am gonna add a pair just because I feel like that would complete the look. But we'll see what it looks like with mascara first, if I can make it look nice and chunky. For that, I'm gonna be using the Rebane Famous Mascara in Deep Black. And I'm also gonna curl my lashes a little bit to make sure that I have like that nice curl to hopefully achieve that nice clumpy lash. What's so nice is that if I get mascara on my eyelid, it probably just doesn't even matter because you won't be able to see it. I'm gonna try to get that clumpy bottom mascara as well. I might not put lashes on actually. I think I like the lashes without it. You know what I want to add? I want to add freaking eyebrow piercings. Yeah, guys. Okay, so I try to look for piercing balls that I might have had, but I don't have any that match. So we're pulling out my trusty diamond pin again. And I have like these little matte silver ones that I think I'm just gonna use as, I don't know if you guys can see, as like the eyebrow piercing. Get out. Now I think the last thing that we have to do is our lips. Now it's to see if we want to do like concealer lips or if we want to do a pink lip. I'm kind of feeling like doing concealer lips. Actually, you know what might be the perfect lip for this look? The Halloween lip liner and lipstick from the Glamlight Halloween collection. That actually might be perfect. Let's see. Okay, and the reason I'm saying this is because look how pale like this lipstick is. I think that might work out almost perfect. Why do I feel like that is... That's nice. Definitely need a gloss over, so let me see what gloss I can use. I don't know if I want to use the one that comes with this collection as well. I know that usually the lip that goes over it, or like the lip gloss that goes over it, is meant to make the lip look frosty, like a frosted lip almost. Yeah, so the one that comes with the collection, which is just the Halloween lip gloss, that one's more clear, where this one I think would give that frosted look. So for the lips I use the shade Diamond Milk from Fenty. I think that's giving more of the frosted look. Okay you guys, this is the final look. I'm like more than in love with it. It's so, I don't know, I feel like so me. It's so cute. I love it. I'm so glad that I redid the eyes because I was not liking the way they were first coming out. I'll show a clip of the way they were first coming out just so you guys can see, but I'm glad I didn't give up because I was 2 seconds away from giving up. But I really do like this. Like I said earlier too, I'm glad we got to do a regular like eyeshadow look because everything has been so intricate or colorful but not strictly eyeshadow. So I'm so excited that we got to do this. I definitely don't know if the hat is part of the vibe, but it's cute. So we're gonna leave it on. But that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this makeup look, make sure that you guys leave a thumbs up and also subscribe if you'd like. If you do subscribe, be sure to hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I post on here. If you want to see more from me when I'm not posting on here, be sure to follow my social medias. I have TikTok and Instagram. That will be linked in the description box below, but I'll also put it at the end of the video so you guys can see that. And lastly, if you guys have any recommendations for any makeup looks that you would like to see from me, leave it in the comments below or send me a direct message on Instagram or TikTok and I will definitely more than likely do the makeup look. That is all. I will see you guys in the next episode of Makeup and Mistakes. Bye!